So that right there is where the screw's going to go, and that right there is the angle that it's at. I don't know why I've decided to make this video about a flipping shelf. That tune was actually from a video that I made, and the video didn't really go anywhere. Maybe I'll release it, maybe I'll just delete it. This is something that I've needed for a while in this room, so I'm going to put a bunch of stuff on this, and so far this is only anchored in that corner right there. The rest of this is just leaning on this thing that slopes downwards. What I want to do now is I'm actually just going to drill through there, and then this is done, more or less. So this bottom one right here isn't even fixed into place. Alright, so I'll just put the camera here and I'll do the drilling and stuff. But yeah, when I make music, what I usually do is just leave it looping in the background. Then I come up with melodies in my head, and if I like one, I'll put it into the computer. There's not really much going on in this video, so you might not want to stay. You might want to listen to me talk, you might not. You might have better things to do. So in that case, go do your better things. Alright, so I just put a fan on for some air because it's kind of warm in this room. It's 20, what is it? Let me see, 28 degrees outside. Great. And let me check the indoor temperature. 34. It was 34 yesterday too. Now what I was doing first was actually waiting for the sun to go around to the other side of the house so I could open these blinds up and get some light in here. Now that the earth has actually rotated, I've opened up the blinds and I can continue with a video. Alright, there we go. Slightly better camera angle, I think. And here we have the microphone. So that's going to go right there because I can't wear it. Because it's hot as balls in this room and I'm not wearing any clothing. A college friend of mine recently challenged me not to edit my videos as much as I usually do. So this video is dedicated to him. Right, so first what I'm going to do is push this against the wall to make sure it's all in place. Because if it's not, it's going to be bent and things are going to fall off it. That is the only anchor point, like I said. This top section here is keeping this in place because this can slide out. Not too sure why I left some of this stuff on there. Could be partly down to the fact it's supposed to be a shelf. Right, so first of all, I completely forgot to mention, but this right here wasn't even glued to the wall, and I took that off in order to put this shelf here in the first place. You saw it in the first shot of the video, or the second, but you didn't even realise. And just to be clear, before I put this here, it was glued to the wall. So as you can see now, this entire thing is loose. I'm just going to put that there. So I'm going to move this over to there. Then I can lift this up without worrying about this sheet of MDF falling onto my foot. So this originally was around here somewhere, I think. Somewhere around here. And a couple of red pills for the wall. Put this back into place. Right, so this isn't going anywhere now, even though it's a little wobbly. That's only because there's no support on this side. Right, so I changed the camera angle and moved the microphone a little bit. Also, I've decided to not listen to my friend and edit this video the way I usually do. And here we are with a slightly awkward camera angle. I've replaced the microphone. Placed it in a different area. Replaced, placed in a different area. Same thing, said in different ways. Sounds a little different. Maybe it is. The nail right there I'm going to keep, but that one I'm going to take out. And it's that simple. So that right there is where the screw's going to go, and that right there is the angle that it's at. I don't know why I've decided to make this video about a flipping shelf. Right, well anyway, after these two are screwed in, this video's over. Right, so that should do nicely. And now for the other one. Right, well anyway, that is this done. So I think now we should do something else. Not sure what though. So I saw these flashing away in the corner of my room. These are plugged into my PC. Somebody recently asked whether these were compatible with Windows 10. So I tested them out, didn't unplug them, and that's why they're flashing away. And yes, they work with Windows 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see whether these work with this camera that I'm holding. So I'm basically just going to plug the side that will go into my computer into the microphone input on my camera. And is it... oh wow, it's actually working. I did not expect that. I can see the audio levels on my camera. What if I plug the headphone end into the top of the monitor? Then I'll be able to hear my... oh wow, I can hear myself too. Alright, so first of all, hearing myself talk whilst I'm talking is weird. But at least we know it works. I can just unplug it. And that's even better. So now I don't have to hear myself talk whilst I'm talking, and I can talk like normal. I might just leave this connected, and that way I don't have to rely on the microphone being a bit of an issue, because the microphone is usually quite an issue, whereas all I've got now is just this hanging by my side, and it's plugged straight into the camera, which is actually quite handy. Just in case you're wondering, that there is a side view of the thing, and that is what I've put there. And there's one of these under here as well, but you can't quite see that one. Also, I'm not too sure what the quality of this audio is going to be like, but I'll work with it and see what I can do. And if it's any good, I might just stick to doing it this way, because it's quite... it's different, it's better. And those nails right there in the wall, can you see them? There's 3 right there in a shot. They are going to stay there because I'm going to hang things from them. Holes in the walls don't really bother me, and they don't bother my house because it's my house and it's not rented, so I can make as many holes in the house as I want. I can even put a hole right there, starting from the top of that square right there all the way down to the bottom, but I'm not gonna, because I've got a hole right there, so I don't need one. Alright, so let's say the weight of my SMD speaker may be a bit too much for this past a certain point, but after that it will be fine. If I do put some heavy items on here, they'll go in the corner or closer to that side. Lighter items towards this end. Common sense. Now if I actually sealed off the gaps that were touching the wall with silicone, I could add a panel right there and a panel right there and put a speaker in here and have a bass box mounted to my wall. But I'm not going to do that. Don't tempt me, because I might do that. I mean, you know, I probably won't, but I also probably might. And if I do, then there's something wrong because I don't want to. Do I have a split personality? Maybe. Am I crazy? Maybe. But am I also sane? Yes. Alright, so we've got that right there. That is an 18-inch speaker. Compared to the SMD, it's a fairly light speaker, but I'd say I could put at least 3 of those right there on the edge. Now, if I did push this literally back there, I could quite easily stack them to the ceiling all the way along. But yeah, obviously, you know, physics, quite important when it comes to stacking stuff on shelves. Okay, actually I'd probably say 4 of these 18s right on the edge. Don't know why it's so dark. Hang on a second. Yeah, that's a bit better. Oh yeah, I was meant to show you how level this is. So here we have this app. And there we have the bubbles. So I think it's good enough. I think the top one is actually a little more level. Just need to take this stuff off of it. And there we have the reading for the top one. So yeah, that's basically what I use for this. Alright, let's put Pancake on this and see what she does. And there she is. Okay. Right, so she's got to come this way to get down. Pancake. Right, so it's about half an hour later. She wanted to get down off of the shelf. That there is the wire for the headphones with the microphone attached to it. Gaming headphones, and yawn. Right, so hope this wasn't too boring for you. You probably didn't watch it, which is good. Or, you know, I don't really mind. But, yeah, I've got another few videos coming up. And I make videos on this YouTube channel, so I don't know why I said that. Because it's kind of obvious I've got videos coming up. She's gonna yawn again. So, anyway, there it is. And I will catch you in the next one.